you can still.
I can coach you?
Yeah, coach me up.
You want me to coach you?
I'm ready. Give it to me straight.
You know, I prefer mentor though. Can I be a mentor in this case? Can I mentor you on T-pigging?
Seeing as how this is, I'm very new to T-pigging, then, you know,
I could be your mentor for T-pigging.
My Sherpa up the mountain of T-pigging.
I love that.
Trip to Colorado. Bus is still out of order. We got the TRX, we got the Jeep, and we're going to Colorado Springs, baby. The sun's coming up. It's actually really, really nice. And based on when we left, we hit traffic all in Dallas. And then once we got outside of Dallas, cruising along, we went from like DFW to Amarillo. We go through the tip of New Mexico, and then we get to Colorado.
I said you missed the Colorado sign. We just entered Colorado and you didn't get it.
It looks like Colorado. And EJ's been working, Edwin's been driving, I've been in the back seat. And finally EJ we have to stop and get gas, and EJ's like, I want to drive.
I've seen it rain and fire from the sky, rocking out high, Colorado.
It's always fun traveling with the boss. So the next morning, we wake up and we meet up with Andrew and Drew, the franchisees in Colorado Springs. We split up into teams and go T-pigging, and I'm with EJ and Andrew, and we hit up a couple spots, and they are trying to outdo one another so you can do better, see who can get more people to talk to them. I think Andrew won that battle.
That was a that's good. Nice
move.
In the Jeep, that's good. The suspense.
It's just a Jeep.
No,
what do you mean
I
move?
love it.
And it's Colorado. They have bad roads.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely the
Damn
roads.
city.
And then I had planned for all of us to go on a hike. You got the Real Pet Waste Millionaire, Josh Cahill, Eric, EJ, Edwin, Andrew, Drew, me, and Josh's dog. And anyway, I told them it was a half-mile hike to get to this waterfall. They all moaned like my 7-year-old niece. Like, it's so far. It's gonna be hot. No, it wasn't far. It's a half a mile. And everybody had agreed, yeah, we'll go cliff diving. They're like, I don't want to dive off a cliff. I was like, you're not diving, you're just jumping.
Yeah, everybody's talking about cliff jumping, and I have just heard of too many people dying from cliff jumping, and so I was a little nervous. You know, I'm not normally risk adverse, but when it comes to jumping off cliffs...
EJ says he didn't agree to jump. I'm pretty sure he did. Anyway, the two Pet Waste Millionaires decide, they're not gonna do it. So me and Andrew climb up.
So can I step right off of this part?
No, once you get to here, you need to take one more step and push yourself off. I like it. Show me how it's done. I'll get down there and film you.
How'd I know? How'd I know, Brent? And then are you coming off?
Yeah, I'm coming off.
I'm the only jumper today, aren't I?
Just me and Edwin. The last two out of the swimming hole that we just dove off of. Really fell off of and jumped off of, but...
My worst enemy. Stairs.
Beautiful drive back down from the mountain, so nice. We go to Pub Dog, PUBDOG, and it's a cool indoor-outdoor bar where your dog's gonna be outside or inside with you. They had a great little setup. As soon as you walked in, you had to walk by our tent.
That was a good event. We had a lot of really good engagement. We were able to talk to everybody because they could not walk through without getting to us. And of course, when we say, hey, can we buy you a drink? We always get their attention.
A lot of people stood and talked to us for a while and took cards and were very interested, which was great. It was a good event at PubCon. Day 2. We meet up with everybody in Denver and we have lunch at Atomic Cowboy. Amazing if you ever get a chance to go. Awesome menu, get the biscuits. EJ had some trouble with his honey biscuit. He didn't want to touch his glass and get his glass all honey sticky. So he was drinking it like a 5-year-old. It was awesome. And then competition wasn't over, right?
We got to do the real adventure, which is watching me win the races at go-karting.
We find a race car style go-kart track. It's epic. They got to get a face mask that goes over, really to protect the helmets. But EJ gets the first car, both races. And they tell us it's not about who comes in first in the heat, it's about your time. Nobody listened to that. Everybody just took off and wanted to beat each other. So they're racing each other, doing all this. First race ends, nobody in our group won. It was another random guy who actually beat everybody time-wise because he paid attention to the rules.
I don't think you whooped my You got second, I got third. That's not an whooping. I got first. You didn't get first. Yes, I did. You were second.
Well, the first race, I let Josh win. You know, I can't win at everything. And then since Josh, you know, got first place out of the group we were with, he did what he normally does, and he quit because he got first and didn't need to do it anymore. Didn't want to take the risk of losing. And so the second race, I won. But I also should note that on my second race, I got a better time than Josh got on his first race. And so I still beat him. And I also beat Eric on the second race by a lot.
So who wound up on the podium?
Me. And who else matters?
So we leave there, the energy is awesome, everybody's amped up, ready to go to the event. We go to Mine Ave Brewing, and they have an outdoor dog facility attached to a brewery.
This was an outdoor event, so we were able to set up our tent, do our whole deal. We actually had both tables, one on each side, had the event literally overlooking the little dog park area of this place. This was a fun event, had awesome root beer. Not a beer drinker, but they had some of the best root beer I have ever drank. I want to say I had five cups of it, and I wasn't drunk by any means, but I did have a stomach ache.
Talk to him.
I wish I knew a Ron Burgundy.
Here we are at Coal Mine Brewing Company here in Denver, Colorado. It's a Thursday night. We got our stand going outside. They got cold drinks on tap. It's a good time. Dogs running around outside. And EJ and I are about to have a little discussion about our journey to this point.
Wow, I couldn't say it better. We're hiring him for the tour. Oh yeah, you want some pizza?
And there's the pizza.
But what do you do day to day for Scoop Soldiers? In your business, what is
What
your
do I
day to day? Is
handle?
it
Yeah.
dispatching? Is it the crews?
It's a lot of the operation. So what's cool is that hopefully it's gonna get even easier. We're working on bringing up an operations manager, so somebody who can help with the day to day. But right now, what I do is I handle our tech correspondence, anything they need day to day for Colorado, as well as Texas. And handle the dispatch boards, the grouping and the routing, and field some of the emails. I dabble in that part. I let Drew and Heather handle most of that because they're way better than me. So when I say I mean like they allow me to bow out.
Right. They allow you to bow out.
Yeah.
But you're at the end of the day managing how many
Boots on the ground.
trucks?
Yep.
How many
We're
team
at about
members? 34 trucks
Yeah.
in 2 states.
Yep.
Here in Colorado.
We got 10 here.
And we are in Colorado. We are essentially Colorado Springs, Denver,
And now Fort Collins and Boulder.
Collins, Boulder, Greeley, and that's all consecutive, isn't it? Like if I know the territories correctly, you drive from the southern portion of Colorado Springs all the way to the northern side of Fort Collins. That is entire area is your territory for Scoop Soldiers.
And that trip ended on that note, and then we headed off to the airport. Fly out the next morning at the butt crack of dawn.
There we go. Should we only do one? I've got a crooked eye, so it might be crooked. Okay. Should we only do one, or should we do one over there too?
You should do 2, for sure.
All right, I'll go get another one.
The T-Bag rig.
So we have the Pet Waste Millionaire one, the wheel wearing, and we have ones that have the funny sayings on them.
I mean, it will be great if you can actually read what they say.
We're headed to Seattle, looking forward to it. We've made a recent acquisition, in fact, the largest acquisition Scoop Soldiers has ever made. Really excited about this. This will more than triple our business there. It's a tough market. It's also our farthest away market, and it has definitely been challenging, but I'm really excited to have been able to make this acquisition. That we're headed up there. We're going to be doing a couple hundred scoops a week moving up there, and we've already seen pretty good substantial growth since we made this acquisition. It feels like things have really started moving there. So really excited to be up there in Seattle next week. I hope the weather will be nice.